What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex, you watching the Ragin Nation show Transformers 4 edition. This is just a web series where we talk about all the things that matter to me for the production of the 4th installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 44, and speaking of the number 44, I'd like to give a big thank you shout out to the Ragin Nation for 4,477 Facebook likes on the Ragin Nation Facebook page. Thanks so much for all the likes and all the support. I really appreciate it, and the reason why you guys like the Ragin Nation Facebook page is because you are a fan of the Ragin Nation, and also you love the same things I love. For example, comic book movies, big summer blockbuster movies, sci-fi and fantasy, and of course, Transformers. And Transformers Age of Extinction is in production right now, and we've been doing all kinds of chatting, debating, discussion, and speculation, and it's all taking place at the Ragin Nation Facebook page. So be a part of it. Don't miss out on the speculation. It's really exciting. It's a great community that I created for you guys, and be a part of it. Be a part of the discussion that's going on right now, and it's going to be really exciting as we anticipate for the release of Transformers Age of Extinction. And we're also giving away a lot of really cool prizes, alright? So there you have it. And I also want to give a big thank you shout out to Rob Rains, who has been snapping all those really wonderful photos of Autobots in Chicago. So thanks a lot, Rob, for making all those photos available to us Transformers fans. And also a big random Ragin Nation shout out to Jack Reeves. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being part of the Ragin Nation. Moving on, I'd like to also give another thank you shout out to all the car enthusiasts that watch my channel. And I'd like to thank them for correcting me on a little mistake I made on the last video where I was mentioning that the concept art was for a Lamborghini Aventador. It's not. It's for a Lamborghini Reventon. So thank you for correcting me on that. And another thing is that I'd like to thank the Transformers fans, the G1 fans, who have corrected me on the Cliff Jumper alt mode. I mentioned that it was the same alt mode as Bumblebee, but in red it's not. It's actually a smaller Porsche 924. So once again, thank you for correcting me on that. I'd just like to mention this to acknowledge my mistake, and I apologize for that. So thank you very much for your understanding. Moving on, let's talk about some Transformers Age of Extinction international posters, specifically the Japanese and the Chinese poster. Now, if you take a look at here, has the name of Transformers Age of Extinction in Japanese characters. But what it really says right there is Transformers Lost Age. And that would mean Lost Age. So in Japan, it's called Transformers Lost Age. Now, in China and Hong Kong, they have a different poster. Everything's the same except for the characters. It says Chinese characters, therefore Transformers Age of Extinction. But what it really says is, excuse me, Bin Ying Gum Gong, which means Transformers. And then the last 4 characters at the bottom is Ju Jik Chong Sang, which means, of course, you know, something having to do with extinction or never appearing again or never existing. So I don't really know what exactly it means, like in the literal translation, but at the end of the day, it really just means Transformers Age of Extinction. So there you have it. So moving on to some real news. Last weekend, they were filming at the abandoned silo site at Damon Avenue in Chicago. And it's meant to represent a location in China. Now, this kind of reminds me of the scene, the opening sequence in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, where they were at some industrial plant in Shanghai, and then the Demolisher shows up, and then everything just goes crazy, right? But in this scene, it's taking place during the daylight. It's supposed to represent a Chinese location because, as you can tell, the Chinese silos, the silos have Chinese characters on them. And what's most interesting to me is that the Decepticon drone ships are on the ground. Now, either they just landed or they're going to take off. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's really interesting there. Once again, a lot of pyrotechnics, a lot of explosions, and the type of explosions you see over there are not just random explosions, but specifically they blew up this section of this connecting platform which connects the 2 silos. They blew it up, and then that platform just came down, and it was so cool. It was a really cool sequence. What I find really interesting is that in the last 2 months they've been filming nothing but action sequences. There's just a lot of things blown up for the last 2 months, and it just really blows my mind that there's just going to be a lot of action throughout this movie. So really exciting stuff, and thank you Colin H for shooting all those photos. Moving on, let's talk about some concept art. Now, once again, I'm not going to show the concept art in the video. You got to click the description box below. And thank you to Ragin for sharing with me this concept art for Cyclonus. Now, this is fan art, okay? As far as I know, this is not any official art from ILM, but I want to share this with you guys because this is pretty neat. Now, if this concept art came out a while back, then I haven't seen it yet, and it's new to me. But anyways, this is the concept art for Cyclonus from a fan, and it looks pretty good. It looks interesting, actually. I don't think it's going to look like the final version or anything close to it, but it is pretty interesting. Thank you, Ryan, for showing that to me. And also, I'd like to thank Maxi Martinez for sharing with me this photo of this clapboard, which has a Transformers on it. A Transformers character, rather. It is silver, and I don't believe it's Sideswipe, and I don't believe it's any character that we've ever seen before. The reason why I know this is because Paramount Studios pulled that photo down from all the websites that were hosting this photo. They obviously don't want us to see it, and which means that they don't want any of the characters or concept art to be leaked out before a certain time. Maybe December, maybe November, maybe January. We don't know, but eventually they're going to have to reveal all the characters to us at that specific time. But while that specific time and date has not, you know, come by, you know, while it hasn't, while that date has not arrived yet, they're not going to show those character designs to us, and they're going to keep all the character designs under wraps, and they're doing this by keeping a lockdown on any leaked photos. So this leaked photo is locked down. And if you want to see that photo, click the description box below, and that's why you want to be part of the Ragin Nation Facebook page, because that way you can see all these crazy photos that Paramount is taking down. Anyways, while we're on the topic of mysterious robot modes featured on clapperboards, another photo was taken of the clapperboard, and they really zoomed in this time to get us a really good look at what this red robot mode looks like. Remember a little while back we saw the clapperboard and the red robot was revealed, and it was very blurry photo, but this time we got an even closer look. The photo is a little more cleaned up, and it looks like this. And while I really can't show you the photo on the video, just click the description box below and you will see that it is a brand new red robot. I don't believe it's Dino. I believe that Dino is not going to be featured at all. Most likely because maybe they have a contract with Ferrari just for one movie. Getting the contract to, or the license to have Ferrari in Dark of the Moon was a hard enough task that they probably weren't able to do it for the fourth or for another time around. So that's why I don't believe that Dino as a Ferrari is going to be in it. Instead, this red robot. Let's think about who else is red in the movie so far. It's the Pagani Huayra. This is the robot mode for the Pagani Huayra, and I have no doubt about that. I just don't know what he's going to be called. And if you take a close look at it, you see you take a look at the alt mode, and you take a look at the robot mode of this guy, and you can kind of see some parts, especially the headlights. The key thing is to look for the chest and headlights, and I think just from that you can tell that this is going to be the Pagani Huayra. So really, really cool stuff, and we're going to be shown an official photo of this character very soon. Give it a couple of months. I know that doesn't sound like soon, but it's coming. Another thing that's coming is teaser trailer. Teaser trailer talk is what we're going to talk about, because Hasbro just put out some kind of a calendar showing us all the big event dates for the Transformers license, and a lot of stuff has been going on. A lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, when's the teaser trailer? When can we expect that? Now, I've been telling everybody December. The reason why is because Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, they always show the teaser trailer in December. But this time, they have it set for January. Actually, it said first quarter of 2014. So I'm going to assume January, and I don't think it's going to be in February, because February is Super Bowl time, right? They don't want to have the first teaser trailer and the Super Bowl trailer in the same month. You want to have a little bit of a stretch just so that you can really tease the audience and just show them more little by little. So that's what's happening. And it also shows on the calendar that just like the previous 3 films, the merchandise is going to be coming out on May, and of course the movie comes out in June. So very exciting stuff. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is what's going on this weekend, and they're going back to Wacker Drive, just like they were in Wacker Drive in Chicago Chicago in the filming of Transformers Dark of the Moon. Apparently there's going to be more chaos, more explosions, more base explosions, and it's going to happen at Wacker Drive at the 111 South Wacker Drive building, and it's going to be happening from 7 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Monday. So if you're in that area, stick around because a lot of exciting stuff is going to be happening and it's going to explode. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section below. And typically I end these videos off with a collection photo, but instead I want to give a big spotlight feature on a very special Ragin Nation fan. Now, a little while back I did a Ragin Nation mail, or otherwise known as Mail Call Mondays episode, and a very cool and talented Ragin Nation member sent me something awesome. His name is Philip, and he sent me this papercraft sideswipe. Check this out. This was sent to me a little while back, but he sent this to me, and it just blew my mind. Check this out. This is made of construction paper, gray and black construction paper. Very, very cool stuff. I'm going to take a couple of photos and I'm going to post it on the Ragin Nation Facebook page for you to take a look at. Look at this. This is a work of art, and this is movie sideswipe, and it looks great. And I just want to share this with you, and I want to mention that I was chatting with Philip over the Ragin Nation Facebook page, and I was asking him about this, and he said it took 28 hours to make in total, 4 hours a day for a week. And what had happened is that he was wandering around a craft store, and then he picked up two shades of cardstock, the gray one and the black one, and then started cutting using a hot glue gun, and suddenly we got this. Now, he's made a lot of other cool stuff. Check out his channel, youtube.com/thepkg0123. Check out his channel, subscribe to his channel, because he's got a lot of cool stuff on there. He's been showing off a lot of his artwork, okay, which is his papercraft. And man, Philip, you are insanely talented. Thank you for, once again, this amazing sideswipe papercraft sculpture, and thank you for sharing us your talent, because this is something that really needs to be seen. You guys at the Ragin Nation, and any of you guys out there who are watching this right now, you guys got to subscribe to that channel and check out his work, because these are all works of art. So once again, thank you, Philip, for everything. And Ragin Nation, thank you for supporting him and clicking his videos and subscribing to him. And you don't want to miss out on his next project, because I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this video. What do you guys think about Dino and Sideswipe being out and other robots being in? Now, if Dino and Sideswipe are truly out, who do you want as their replacements? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you're unhappy about it, about them being gone, express your discontent about it in the comment section below. Anyway, stay tuned for episode 45 of the Ragin Nation show, Transformers 4 edition, because we're going to talk about the teaser trailer. I'm going to talk about that, get a little commentary about that, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. So there you have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, the Ragin Nation, and also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. The Leo Ducks in color, and this is still not the final version, right?
This is not a final. There's no paint
on
this one. This is a test to see how the